Right now, as you're watching this video, there is a high probability that you will buy something you don't need within the next 72 hours. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're human, and every year, those impulse purchases add up to an average of $5,000 per American household. Money that could be funding your Roth IRA, paying off your credit card, or taking you on a vacation you'd actually remember. But here's the truth they don't tell you. Impulse buying isn't a lack of willpower. It's a biological response. Your brain is literally hijacked by dopamine. And the good news is, there's a simple, science-backed trick that short-circuits that hijacking. It's called the 72-hour rule. And if you use it, you'll save thousands without feeling deprived. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how the 72-hour rule works, why it's more effective than any budget or spending tracker, and the step-by-step system to implement it today. I'll also show you the common exceptions and how to handle them. By the time we're done, you'll never make an impulse purchase again, and you'll have an extra $5,000 a year to invest in your future. My name is your name, and today we're rewiring your brain for wealth. Let me start with a story that will sound painfully familiar. A few years ago, I was scrolling through Instagram. An ad popped up for a leather backpack, beautiful, rugged, on sale for $149. Originally $299. My heart rate increased. I imagined myself carrying it to coffee shops, looking like an adventurer. I clicked buy now. It arrived 3 days later. I used it once. It's been sitting in my closet for 2 years. That $149 could have been invested. At 7% for 30 years, that's over $100. I didn't need the backpack. I needed the dopamine hit. That's impulse buying. And it's costing you a fortune. Now, I'm not alone. A 2025 survey found that the average American spends over $5,000 a year on impulse purchases. That's $400 a month. The most common categories are clothes, shoes, electronics, home decor, and food delivery. And here's the kicker. Over 60% of impulse purchases are made on a smartphone, often late at night when willpower is lowest. The retailers know this. They spend billions on algorithms to show you exactly the product you're most likely to buy at the exact moment you're most vulnerable. You're not fighting your own impulses. You're fighting a multi-billion-dollar industry designed to exploit them. The 72-hour rule is disarmingly simple. Whenever you feel the urge to buy something that is not an absolute necessity, you force yourself to wait 72 hours before purchasing. That's 3 days. During those 3 days, you do not buy the item. You can research it, compare prices, read reviews, but you cannot click buy. After 72 hours, if you still want the item and it fits within your budget, you can buy it. But what happens most of the time? The urge passes. The dopamine fades. You realize you didn't need it. You save your money. That's it. 3 days, thousands of dollars saved. But why 72 hours? Why not 24 hours or a week? Because neuroscience shows that the peak of impulse buying desire typically lasts between 24 and 48 hours. By 72 hours, the initial emotional rush has subsided, and your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, has had time to re-engage. Waiting 72 hours also forces you to sleep on the decision at least twice, which has been shown to reduce emotional bias. And 72 hours is short enough that it doesn't feel like deprivation, it's just a pause. The science of impulse buying, why your brain betrays you. Let me explain what's happening in your brain when you see something you want. Your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. This happens not when you get the item, but when you anticipate getting it. That's why online shopping feels good even before the package arrives. That dopamine rush overrides rational brain. You stop comparing prices. You stop asking if you need it. You just want the feeling. The 72-hour rule interrupts that dopamine loop. By the time 72 hours have passed, the dopamine has faded. You're no longer chasing the feeling. You're making a rational decision. Studies have shown that people who implement a mandatory waiting period for non-essential purchases reduce their impulse spending by an average of 60% over 6 months. That's not a small change. That's thousands of dollars. One study even found that a simple 30-day rule for purchases over $100 reduced spending by over 80% for participants. The 72-hour rule is a less aggressive version that works for smaller, frequent impulse buys. The 72-hour rule in action, step by step. Asterisk, let me walk you through exactly how to implement this starting today. Step 1. Define what counts as an impulse purchase. For the purpose of this rule, an impulse purchase is any non-essential item that you had not planned to buy before seeing it. That includes the cute dress on Instagram, the new gadget on Amazon, the limited time offer email, the checkout counter candy bar, and the latte you didn't plan. Essentials like groceries, gas, and medication are exempt. Also exempt are planned purchases that you've already budgeted for, like a new laptop when your old one dies, or a gift for a birthday you knew about. Step 2. When you feel the urge, pause. Take a deep breath. Then tell yourself, I will wait 72 hours. Say it out loud. It sounds silly, but verbalizing the rule reinforces it. Step 3. Remove the trigger. If you saw an ad on social media, close the app. If you're on a shopping website, close the tab. If you're in a physical store, walk away from the item. Do not put it in your cart, digital or physical. The goal is to break the immediate connection between impulse and action. Step 4. Write it down. Keep a note on your phone or a small notebook. Write the item, the price, the date you saw it, and the date you can buy it. 72 hours later. This serves two purposes. It offloads the decision from your brain, reducing anxiety, and it gives you a record of what you wanted. You'll be shocked at how many items you forget about after 72 hours. So step 5. During the 72 hours, you are allowed to research, compare prices, read reviews, check if it's cheaper elsewhere. Ask yourself, do I already own something similar? Can I borrow it? Will I use it at least once a month? If the answer to the last question is no, you probably don't need it. Step 6. After 72 hours, if you still want the item and it fits within your budget, you can buy it. But here's the key, you must have the cash to buy it. Do not put it on a credit card if you can't pay the full balance this month. If you can't afford it with cash, you cannot afford it at all. That's a separate rule. Step 7. Track your savings. At the end of each month, add up the cost of the items you wanted but didn't buy. Transfer that amount to a high-yield savings account or your investment account. This turns the rule into a wealth-building habit. You'll see your savings grow in real time. Real example. How I saved $500 in 1 month. I tested this rule on myself for 30 days. I kept a list. Item 1. A $120 smart water bottle that tracks hydration. I wanted it because it was on sale. After 72 hours, I realized my regular water bottle works fine. Saved $120. Item 2. A $50 graphic t-shirt from an Instagram ad. After 72 hours, I forgot I even wanted it. Saved $50. Item 3. A $200 coffee machine upgrade. I did my research and realized my current machine is fine. Saved $200. Item 4. A $40 kitchen gadget that chops vegetables. After 72 hours, I remembered I hate chopping vegetable, but I also have a knife. Saved $40. Item 5. A $90 pair of running shoes that were on sale. I had actually been planning to buy new running shoes for months. After 72 hours, I still wanted them, so I bought them. That's fine, it was a planned purchase. Total saved in 1 month, $410. Annualized, that's nearly $5,000. And I didn't feel deprived, I felt empowered. Asterisk, the common exceptions and how to handle them. There are legitimate reasons to bypass the 72-hour rule. Let me give you 3 expat 1. The item is a true emergency. If your refrigerator dies and you need to replace it immediately to keep food from spoiling, buy it. That's not an impulse purchase. The rule is for non-essentials, excepts 2. The item is a limited edition or a one-of-a-kind find that will not be available in 72 hours. This is the most common excuse people use to bypass waiting periods. But ask yourself, is it truly one of a kind, or is the retailer creating artificial scarcity? Most limited time offers are not limited. They'll be back next week. And if it's a true one of a kind from an estate sale or antique market, you have a tougher decision. In that case, use a modified rule. Wait 24 hours, ask a trusted friend for their opinion, and don't buy if it's over $500. This is an advanced technique. For 99% of purchases, 72 hours is fine, exception 3. The item is for a planned event that's happening within 72 hours. If you need a gift for a birthday tomorrow, you can't wait 72 hours. Fine. But next time, plan ahead. The rule is about building the habit, not about rigid enforcement. Asterisk, why most people fail at the 72-hour rule and how to succeed. I've seen people try the 72-hour rule and fail. Here's why. First, they don't write it down. They just try to remember. Then after 72 hours, they forget they wanted it, but they also forget the rule and they buy something else. Keep a log. Second, they allow themselves to keep the item in their online shopping cart. That's a mistake. The cart is a trigger. Every time you see the cart icon, you get a little dopamine hit. Remove the item from the cart. Close the tab. If it's a physical store, don't pick up the item. Walk away. Third, they don't have a replacement activity. Impulse buying is often a habit triggered by boredom, stress, or loneliness. The 72-hour rule gives you time to find a replacement activity. When you feel the urge, instead of shopping, go for a walk, call a friend, read a book, or do a 5-minute meditation. Over time, you'll retrain your brain to seek healthier rewards. Fourth, they try to apply the rule to every purchase, including essentials. That's exhausting. Only apply it to non-essential, unplanned purchases. For planned purchases, you already have a budget. The rule is for the shiny moments. The 72-hour rule for recurring subscriptions and memberships. The 72-hour rule also works for subscriptions. Before signing up for a free trial or a monthly subscription, wait 72 hours. During that time, ask yourself, will I use this at least 3 times a week? Is there a free alternative? Can I share it with someone? After 72 hours, if you still want it, sign up, but set a calendar reminder to cancel before the trial ends. I've saved over $600 a year just by applying the 72-hour rule to subscription signups. The 72-hour rule for big purchases, over $500. For larger purchases, extend the waiting period to 30 days. A $3,000 couch or a $1,000 laptop deserves more than 3 days of consideration. Use the same process. Write it down, research, compare prices, and after 30 days, if you still want it and have the cash, buy it. This prevents buyer's remorse on big-ticket items. The 72-hour rule is for everyday impulse buys. The 30-day rule is for the big ones. Asterisk, how to use the 72-hour rule with your partner. If you share finances with a partner, the 72-hour rule can be a powerful tool to reduce conflict. Agree together. For any non-essential purchase over $100, you will both wait 72 hours before buying. During that time, you can discuss the purchase. Often, one of you will talk the other out of it, or both will agree it's a good idea. This collaborative approach reduces impulse spending without creating resentment. I've seen couples save thousands in their first month using this method. The psychological shift. From deprivation to empowerment. Asterisk, the most common resistance to the 72-hour rule is the fear of deprivation. I don't want to wait. I want it now. I deserve it. That's the dopamine talking. The shift happens when you realize that waiting doesn't mean not getting. It just means getting it later, after you've made sure it's a good decision. The 72-hour rule is not a no, it's a not yet. And over time, you'll find that most of the things you wanted now are things you don't want at all after 3 days. That's not deprivation. That's clarity. That's freedom. Asterisk, the wealth accumulation math. What $5,000 a year can do. Let me show you why this $5,000 a year matters. If you save $5,000 per year from age 30 to 60, just by avoiding impulse purchases and invest it at 7% annual return, you'll have over $470,000 at age 60. That's not a small number. That's a second retirement. That's a house down payment for your child. That's medical expenses covered. And you didn't have to earn more money. You didn't have to get a second job. You just stopped buying things you didn't need. The 72-hour rule is not about being cheap. It's about being intentional. It's about redirecting your money from things that lose value to things that gain value. That backpack I bought? It's worth maybe $20 now. The $149 I spent on it could have been $100. That's the cost of not waiting. A final story. The convert who saved her way to a down payment. Asterisk, I want to tell you about a viewer named Chloe. Chloe was 26, living in a high-cost city, making $55,000 a year. She was frustrated that she couldn't save for a down payment on a house. She tried budgeting, but she kept impulse buying clothes and takeout. We introduced the 72-hour rule. She started a log. In the first month, she avoided over $600 in impulse purchases, a leather jacket, 3 food delivery orders, a new phone case, and a limited edition candle. She transferred that $600 to a high-yield savings account. Over the next year, she saved over $7,000. Combined with a side hustle, she saved $25,000 in 2 years. She bought her first condo at 28. She told me, the 72-hour rule didn't feel like deprivation. It felt like a game. Every time I said no, I felt stronger. You can be Chloe. Your action plan starting today. Here's what you need to do right after this video. First, commit to the 72-hour rule for the next 30 days. Write it down. I will wait 72 hours before buying any non-essential, unplanned item. Second, prepare your tools. Create a note on your phone titled 72-hour wish list, or keep a small notebook in your bag. You'll use this to log every impulse item. Third, for the next 24 hours, be hyper-aware. Notice every time you feel the urge to buy something. Write it down immediately. Do not buy. Fourth, at the end of 30 days, review your list. Add up the total cost of items you wanted but didn't buy. Transfer that amount to savings. You'll be shocked. Fifth, for online shopping, remove your saved credit card from all shopping sites. This adds friction. A few extra clicks can save you hundreds. Sixth, unsubscribe from marketing emails and turn off notifications from shopping apps. Out of sight, out of mind. Seventh, find an accountability partner. Tell a friend or family member you're doing the 72-hour rule. Ask them to check in with you once a week. Eighth, reward yourself. At the end of each month, use 10% of the money you save to treat yourself. A nice meal, a massage, a movie. This reinforces the positive behavior. Ninth, comment below. I'm starting the 72-hour rule today. My first impulse item is... Be honest. I'll reply to the first 100 comments with encouragement. If this video gave you a tool to keep thousands of dollars in your pocket, hit the like button. It helps others break the impulse cycle. Subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next video, I'm going to settle the debate. Why you should max out your Roth IRA Before your 401 the math doesn't lie. The 72-hour rule is not a restriction, it's a liberation. It's the difference between being controlled by your impulses and controlling them. Start today. Your future self will thank you. I'll see you in the next video.